Welcome to Fabio's Kitchen. We are cooking your favorite dishes with an Italian twist. Penne Puttanesca. Puttanesca, it's one of my favorite Italian sauce. And there is a good story behind, but the story can be quite told the way it is because, of course, Fabio's Kitchen is a kind of a PG-rated show, so I can't quite explain you the meaning behind, but just so you know, and I'm gonna explain you this as I'm throwing the pasta in the water because the sauce is really quick, that there was a time in history where a certain group of ladies were pretty busy during the day, doing things, and they didn't have much time to cook for the family, but the family has to eat, so they came up with a quick sauce that could be done in minutes to please the need of the family meals while still keeping their day business alive. With that said, if you want to get more into detail about what puttanesca means, you have to Google that on your own. Can't do that on a show. Now, the sauce is delicious though, and the sauce is nothing else than a combination of very strong flavor like wine, capers, oregano, little chili flakes, Kalamata olives, and fresh tomatoes. So let's start. First and foremost, I'm going to give a rough chop to my Kalamata olives. And the sauce is very easy because literally, by the time that the pasta is cooked, the sauce will be done. Now, the olives, they don't have to be quartered, they don't have to be sliced. Just give them a rough chop, just like that, right? All right. There. Olive oil. A pinch of chili flakes. Capers. And few leaf of oregano. Fresh oregano is very strong. Don't overdo with it. All right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of cherry tomato to it. Now, we can cut the cherry tomato in half. You don't need to cut them exactly perfectly in half. If they're small, you can even leave them whole. Just give them a rough chop, just like that. All right. Did I just tomato all over myself? I did. Done. All right. So here we got the tomato. It's basically a good, overly tasty, fresh tomato sauce with a few other ingredients, the capers, the olives, the herbs. Now, the trick is to let the fresh tomato cook down a little bit, and in order to do that, I'm going to add a touch of white wine. Really, just a little touch to get the steam going, to get the tomato nice and wilted. Also, if you're asking me, this recipe is going to be a success because also, this is one of the recipes that I team up with the folks at Chef. What is Chef? Chef is the one-stop shop for your culinary kingdom and your culinary success. Basically, they do the shopping for you. They do the portioning for you, and they ship it to your house in a box. And you can make any dish I'm making right now in a very easy way without you need to spend an hour grocery shopping and finding ingredients. Because let's be realistic, everybody loves to cook. Not everybody loves to grocery shopping. They take the headache out of it. And all you gotta do to order this is to click the link below on the screen and just get your recipe box at home. You're welcome. All right. Now, let me turn my pasta. The pasta have about 3 minutes here. So now that the sauce is getting to the point where the tomato is starting to wilt, here's what I gotta do. I'm gonna add salt, not too much because we have capers and we have olives, which they are somehow salted. Then I'm going to add a good pinch of pepper. And in this case, I use Swanson. I love the brand. I use it at my house. It's widely available, and this stuff comes in the box with the Chef folks. But also, they're perfect for dishes that feature very salty ingredients, like capers or olives or cheeses. You know, those are important because in broth, usually in a good broth, in a good stock, there is a good amount of salt. You would put salt when you do your broth at home. So they do. We got the broth there, we got the tomato, the olives, the capers, everything is stewing together. I'm adding some chopped canned tomato to it, not a whole of a lot of it. And here's what we're gonna do now, which is what I love to do with every pasta dish. I am going to finish to cook my pasta in the Swanson broth tomato sauce. All right. Whoops. I got too excited. All right. Now, the reason why I add a good amount of broth is because broth, it's nothing else than tasty, delicious water. And pasta cooks in water. So if you have a good amount of broth in your sauce, you can let the pasta sit there and it will cook just like if it's boiling, but a lot tastier, because as pasta cooks, absorb water. So if instead the water absorb broth, which is delicious in this case, then your flavor through the roof. Olive oil, because there is never enough olive oil in any dish, and some fresh basil. Now I'm gonna let this sit there. I'll be right back. 3 minutes, dish is ready. Family style, big plate. I like family style because it tests your promptness in the kitchen. Meaning we put the stuff in the middle, by the time that me, my dad and my grandpa gets to it, grandma doesn't eat because there's nothing left. Sorry grandma, I gotta get some cookies and milk. All right, look at this beautiful pasta, coated. The sauce is nice and thick. Look at that. Puttanesca. It's a good sauce, great pasta. The smell is amazing. Guys, it's honestly delicious. And the trick where you actually cook the al dente pasta in the sauce, it makes the whole thing. Once again, don't forget, you can get this recipe through my boys at Chef. Just click the link below the video, order your box today. It comes pre-measured, pre-packed, ready to cook for you to rock and roll in the kitchen. Good people, don't miss it. Penne Puttanesca, you're watching Fabio's Kitchen. Hey guys, if you like this dish, please share it and subscribe to my channel.